Okay, so today's topic is Proc Tabulate. Okay, so Proc Tabulate is used for calculating descriptive statistics for numeric variables in each table. So each table value is displayed in a cell. Like I can show you one example. Mainly Proc Tabulate is used to calculate descriptive statistics for numeric variables. Okay, so Proc Tabulate options. So data equal to and all, out equal to, like these are all the options which we have. And class variable list, so which variables you wanted to get, with respect to which variables you wanted to calculate the descriptive statistics. So variables list, so analysis variables, like what all the variables you wanted to get, so that variable list you'll get. By variable, so with respect to any particular variable, if you wanted to calculate some descriptive statistics, you are going to give by variable list. And finally table, so in table specification you are going to tell with respect to which variable versus which variable. And class level, so class level will give you different appearance, like if you wanted to maintain the appearance of your table, so then we can use class level. Okay, so these are all the options available in Proc Tabulate. So class statement, here you can clearly so here you can find the definitions for all these statements. So class level, it identifies class variables, means categorical variables, like with respect to that, suppose if I have a variable called sex, so in that you have male category, female category, so with respect to that you will get descriptive statistics. So what all the values you are going to provide in table statement, all these variables you need to mention in class statement. Fine. So now with this example, you can clearly understand what exactly a Proc Tablet will be able to do. Fine. So now this is my dataset project, and in my dataset I have the variables employee, week, phase, and hours. So I have two employees here, like Chen. Chen has worked in 11th September. This is my week. So total 52 weeks. Like they'll get weekly payment. So in this week, like how much work he has done, on what areas he has done. This is the data which I have. So now for my project, Chen has worked 8 hours for analysis, and the other
సార్
day, yes please.
హలో
Yeah, hello.
సార్ చాలా చిన్నగా వినిపిస్తుంది సార్, ఏం వినిపించట్లేదు.
వినిపించట్లేదా?
చాలా చిన్నగా వినిపిస్తుంది.
హలో, ఇప్పుడు
అలానే ఉంది సార్. నేను ఇక్కడ వాల్యూమ్ అన్ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేశాను, అంతా ఎక్కువనే ఉంది కానీ వినిపించట్లేదు.
అవునా, లెట్ మీ ట్రై ఫ్రమ్ మై ఎండ్ యాజ్ వెల్. హలో, ఇప్పుడండి?
కొంచెం బెటర్ సార్.
1 minute. What about others? Others, can you hear me? Like comfortable, right? మరి అందరికి బాగానే వినపడుతుందంటండి. ఒకసారి మీరు కొంచెం మీ వాల్యూమ్ పెంచండి దాంట్లో.
ఆల్రెడీ పెంచాను సార్.
అవునా, మరి హెడ్సెట్ మార్చి చూడండి కొన్ని, లేకపోతే
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే
హెడ్సెట్ మార్చి చూడండి. అందరికి కంఫర్టబుల్ గానే ఉందంటే ఒకసారి మీ వైపు చూడండి.
ఓకే సార్.
Right. So now 10. So 10 you can see. Fine. So now 10 you can see the values for September. So one day he has worked total 8 hours into analysis. Other day he has worked for analysis 7 hours. So other day he has worked for coding 2.5 hours. So testing 8 hours, 8.5. So testing again 6 hours. So again coding he has not done anything here. Okay. So likewise, see, in US their payment will be different. Like one person is working with something like analysis, coding, and testing. Like they'll have some hourly payment, I guess. So hourly payment, like with respect to analysis, they'll give medium. Like if it is into developer, they'll pay more, something like. Okay. So now this is a data set which I have. and I have the values for Stuart as well. So now I run my program. Okay, so total how many observations are there? There are 12 observations and 4 variables. Fine. So from this data set, I wanted to know for my project total how many hours I spent on this project. 1 minute. Okay. So now I wanted to know, so total how many hours of work spent on this project. So for this, what I'm doing, I'm taking my Proc tablet. Proc tablet is mainly used to calculate descriptive statistics. Okay. So this is my class variable, class statement. In this, I'm using my employee, week, and phase. Okay. So the variable which I wanted to perform analysis is hours, and I need sum of total hours. So table sum star hours. Now, if I run this program, you will get total number of hours worked on this project. Okay, fine. So you can see here, right? Total number of sum which variable I'm doing some hours. So far total 77.5 hours worked on this project. Okay, right. Fine. Now I have the same using the option data set, data equal to your data set. So even though if you are not writing data equal to data set, so by default, whatever the last executed data set is present, your proc tablet will be applied to that data set. Now if I write data equal to data set, you will get the same result. Data equal to, what is my data set project, right? So if you are running the
Hello.
same, you'll, yeah. Hello?
Here we use the class statement. Yes. Here we use the class statement, right? What is the use of the class statement here?
Class statement. Class statement will give the classifications.
But we didn't get anything out there in the last report.
See, here actually class statement is required for proc tablet. At this point of time, it will not be much useful. Suppose when we are creating categories with respect to different. Suppose each employee how many hours he is working, like, so how many weeks in a day they are working. So you will come to know like what is the importance of the class statement. So I'll tell you in upcoming examples you will understand what exactly class statement will be able to do.
Mm.
Okay. So now in this you can see, fine. So now in class statement, I am mentioning my employee, week, phase. So here you can see I wanted to know people, means whenever I am mentioning this in class statement, then only I can use it in table statement. Otherwise it will not work. See, for example, employee I am taking it from class statement. Okay, but I am using the same variable in table. So now if I run this program, I have run this program, but it is saying see, error, the type of name employee is unknown. Okay, so for sure we have to use it in your class statement. So now I run the same program using employee in class statement. So now whenever you are using this employee in classification statement, so with respect to employee, what all the categories are present in employees, I have two variables only, right? Chen and Stuart. So with respect to that employees, you'll get these two with respect to that employee, you'll get these two persons names. So after this, what was asking? Employee star week. So by default, it is giving in that week total how many days they have worked. So Chen has worked for 7 days and Stuart has worked for 5 days. Okay, right. So some star hours. So some total how much they are spending. So some star hours means total these both together has worked for 77.5 hours in that particular week. Okay, so whenever you are writing this table, whenever you are writing this variables in this table statement, they will categorize the observations present in that variable. With respect to that variable categories, they will present you the table. Okay, right. N is total number of observations. By default, it gives total number of observations. N is total number of observations. Fine. So now, fine. So proc tabulate data equal to project. So from this, I have class statement again same. So in your table statement, now what it will do? From your tables, it will divide Chen and Stuart. So hours, my variable is hours, right? Now it will give total number of hours worked by Chen, total number of hours worked by Stuart. And after this, week star hours means total how many weeks I have, only 11 September. In that week, total how many works have, how many hours we have worked, that it will be there. So now I'm running this program. Right. So if you see here, your Chen, Stuart. So the employee categories, like within this variable, you have two categories, Chen and Stuart. Okay. So Chen is giving the some hours 40, means Chen has worked for 40 hours and Stuart has worked for 37.5 hours. And total amount of work, like total number of hours spent in this week is 77.5 hours. Now both together, if we are adding, you will get the 77.5 because these are only the two persons who are working in this project. Okay, right. Are you getting? If you have any questions, you can ask. Now, by seeing this, you have to tell me what does this table gives. Okay. Now, employee star hours means each and every employee. So whenever I'm writing table star hours means, so star is used for classification, like between these two variables I want a table. That is why we use star. Okay, so I want the table between these two values. So this between these two variable values. So then I have to use my star. So your employee versus hours, total number of hours. So now if you see your previous one, here employee versus hours. So total number of employees, like total number of hours with respect to each and every employee. So it is a syntax, like whenever we are mentioning, if you wanted to get values between these two variables, then you have to use star. Right. So table employee star hours, week star hours, phase star hours. Now if you see employee star hours means here employees list will come 10 Stuart. Below that you will get some. So some 30, some 40, something like. So after this week star hours means some 11 September, some 2015, like whatever it is. Below that you will get total. And phase star hours. This is one more variable, right? In phase, how many categories we have? So this is my phase. So in phase I have the categories analysis, coding, testing. So I think these are the three values I have. So with respect to these three values also, you will get totals. Okay, total number of hours spent on coding. All these things you will get after running this program. Okay, right. So employee, week, phase. Now you can see Chen, Stuart. Employee categories are Chen and Stuart. Like it is 40, it is 37.5. So week, I told you total hours you'll get 77.5 hours. In phase, okay. So total number of hours spent in analysis 15 hours. Total number of hours spent in coding 34 hours. Total number of hours spent in testing 28.5 hours. So all these three together will also give you the total 77.5 hours. you can check it out. Now, so if I wanted to give label, okay, so if I wanted to give employee, my employee, something like, so I wanted to display this variable at the top, I wanted to display my employee, so I can use this employee is equal to, so your employee is displayed as my employee. So after this week star hours, so you'll get week star hours, with respect to week you'll get hours total. Now, if I run this program, you'll get employee. Employee, it is displayed as my employee. So with respect to that, employee has worked for 7 days and this has worked for 5 days. So N is count, nothing but count. So in this week, total 77.5 hours they have worked together. Okay, right. If you are understanding one table statement, everything you can use. There is nothing bit new or nothing bit logical here. Simply, whatever the variables you are specifying in table statement, you have to take care of that. So simply you need to write all the variables, whatever the variables you are using in table statement, for sure you have to mention that in class statement. That is one important point you need to check. Fine. So now here I am creating two tables at a time. One is your sum and other one is your percentage sum. Okay, fine. So now whenever I'm writing comma, before that I have not written any comma anywhere, you can see. So whenever I'm writing table employee, sorry, table week comma, means with respect to each and every week, it will give a separate table. Suppose my data set is having only 11 September. So in this case, it will give only one table with respect to 11 September. If suppose my data set is containing 12 September week, like suppose some 18 September week. So that week details will be given in a separate table. Now employee all. So I want totals of these values. So whenever I am creating this variable all this total will get into your variable all. Sum star hours. So total number of hours is equal to inverted comma phase all. So with respect to phase also you will get totals. Now if I run this program, so for a while what I'll do, I don't want to run two tables at a time and confuse you. So for this reason I am creating only one table at a time. So this table is sum. Okay, right. I'm just running this program. Fine. So now if you see this, with respect to every week, I told you it will give separate table. So now it is 11 September 2010. So it is given a separate table. And after that week, okay, after that week, you have the variable employee. In employee, you have two variables, Chen and Stuart. So these employees, okay, so employee space all, so employee things will be created in all. So again after that employee, it is creating one more row for all. So this row what it is giving, this is giving all these totals, like see, so here it is 15 15, so 11 23 it is 34, so 14 14.5 it is 28.5. So all together column wise total, row wise total, everything you will get. So everything should match to 77.5. So this row wise total it is 40, column wise total it is 30, sorry, this row wise total it is 37.5. On and all this column should have 77.5 and this row total should also match with your 77.5. Okay. So from this table, what you will understand, so employee Chen has worked for analysis 15 hours in this week. Employee Chen has worked for coding 11 hours. So employee Chen has worked for testing for 14 hours. So based on this area of work, they are going to vary their wages. Okay. So now this is very much important for an employer to check how many hours he has worked with respect to each and every phase of work. Okay. Right. So now this is your percentage sum. Percentage sum means always it becomes 100%, right? So now I'm trying to calculate both. So this is your 77.5. Here it is percentage sum. You'll get 100%. Means out of this overall, so Chen has contributed 19.4% towards analysis. So some 14.2% towards coding. So 18.1% towards testing. So this is his contribution in this 77.5 hours. So again, same table, entire program is same. Just I'm using a option called no steps. Okay. So entire concept is same. I'm just using the option called no steps. No steps means it will not give any separators. So I can give you an example here. So here actually if you see in your output window, this output window is having a hyphens, lines, all these things. It is having a separators. Now if I use the option no steps, it will not give separators. So now you can see in previous example you can see after employee you have a separator line. So after Chen you have a separator line. After Stewart, after each and every row you have a separate line. But now it is not there because I have used the option no step. Okay, right. Fine. So next option is missing values. Okay. So if suppose if I have a missing value in my data, okay, I wanted to present that missing observation as a separate level. Okay. So in this case, I have an option called missing. Okay. So for this example, now I'm taking one more example. So this data set is comp rev, some computers revision suppose COMP some computers revision. Okay. Okay, fine. So now I'm just running this program. So my data set is containing country, computer, revision 90, 91, 92. Okay. So all these variables I have in my data set. So you know proc format, right? Why we use proc format? Why we use proc format? Just wanted to know from you guys. Okay, fine. Why to waste time? So now proc format, here you can assign the value for one particular variable. So if suppose instead of writing if and then, like if suppose if your country is equal to 1, then country is equal to United States. Instead of giving your values like this, you can use your proc format. Okay, I told you this is very much important, and this is how a senior person is going to give this changes observations like this. I told you very important curriculum. Fine. So now I'm creating my formats here. Okay. So now this is my formats catalog, libraries into work. So I have created a formats, country format, computer format. So two formats I have created here. Okay. So if it is the value 1, like if suppose if your variable country is having the value 1, then instead of 1 it will display United States. If it is the value 2, it will display Japan. Okay. Same with your computer as well. If suppose if your computer variable is having the value 1, then it will read it as a supercomputer. So now I just run my program. You can see actually if you see my data set is containing only ones and twos, but after using these formats, so it is displaying like this. Okay, so one stands for United States, two stands for Japan. Fine. Next one, normal proc tablet. So if I'm using this normal proc tablet, how the data will display. Okay, so for this, how I have created a tablet, how I have written my table statement, you can see here. See, proc tablet data equal to your data set name, in class I'm mentioning only two variables, country and computer. So with respect to these two categories I want, right? So I am using that categories variables in this class statement. So computer star country. So here I'm not getting any categories, like I'm not giving any stars. So with respect to these two categorizations, like with respect to these two classifications, I want sales for the year 1990, 1991, 1992. Okay. So RDS is equal to option 32. So if even though if you're giving, if you're not giving, that is also fine. So now if you see here, supercomputer, so United States is 1, Japan is 2. Okay. So with respect to this, United States in 1990 it has the value $788. So Japan is having a some sales of some like $469, suppose something like this. So I have these values for 3 years. Okay, right. So now I'm trying to create a missing observation because I wanted to show missing observation as a valid level, right? So for this reason, if underscore and underscore is equal to 8, then computer is equal to dot. Means I'm creating a missing observation manually here. So 8th record, it is going missing for your variable computer. Now same again, I'm running the same program here. So previously also I've used it, this country versus computer. So revision 90, 91, 92. So now if I run the same program here for your mid-range computer, it is not showing any value for Japan. Okay, because this is having missing observation. Okay, because this is having missing observation, that is the reason it is not showing the value Japan. So now if you see the data set, missing observation here. So the value for your computer is missing here. So when your table values are having missing observation, it will not display here. Versus particularly with respect to this categories, it will not display here. So but I want still, but still it is having the values for your variable rev 90, 91, 92. So I want this to be displayed. So what to do? So I have to use an option called missing. Okay, I have to use an option called missing. So now I'm using the option missing. So entire program is in, but just I'm using the option missing. So if I run this program, you can see you don't have the value name of your computer, but still it is able to display your rest of all your variables. So now we can use missing option when we have missing observations, when you wanted to present missing observation as a valid level. Okay, right, fine. So next one is style. If you wanted to apply different styles, you can use the option style is equal to. So background is equal to yellow. So YWH stands for yellow. Okay. Just I am running this program. The background it is displaying yellow. So if you wanted to apply different styles, you can use style option. Okay. Still I can give you a lot of examples.
Raj,
Yes, please.
when we use the value option, we usually give, like for example, if you take any example, we give this a dollar symbol before the, but here you didn't mention any dollar symbol before
For
the
what?
variable. We mentioned the dollar symbol for the value statement, right?
For which statement? Where statement?
From format semicolon, then if you mention value, we use the dollar symbol usually.
Where? In which statement you are talking?
In the proc format, the before
In proc format?
program.
Mm-hmm. proc format, what we do?
Right? And then we write value, right?
Value. It is
Value, and then
mm,
here we use the dollar symbol, right? For
huh,
CNTR percentage.
that is if you it is numeric variable, you can do that. Sir, if it is character variable, you can do that dollar symbol.
So for character, we use that. If it is numeric, no need to
Not
mention
required.
here.
Not required. Because by default, this variable is created as numeric. One means. So this United States will not store in this variable. Just whenever you get that one, it will display with the United States. That's it. That is the importance of proc format, right?
Okay, okay.
But
I
now,
thought
suppose if
we.
you have a team red R, in that case, you need to write dollar because that variable is a character data type.
Okay, okay. Now got it. Yes, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Fine. So now I wanted to use this. Okay. So simply I use my no steps and all. Foreground yellow. Fine. Okay. So now here entire program is same. Just I'm writing. Just focus only on style. So on style, what I'm doing? Background is equal to yellow. Foreground is equal to red. Whenever I'm writing this option, your text your text will be highlighted in red color. Okay. Right. Fine. So now I just run this program. We just check it out. So your background is yellow and your foreground means text it will display in red color. And here next option, so background is equal to yellow, foreground is equal to red, font weight is equal to bold, means I wanted to display the alphabets much thicker, and font face is equal to Algerian is one of your font type. So like Times New Roman, Comic Sans MS, Algerian is one of your font type. So if you wanted to change font face, you have to use the option font face. Font face is equal to Algerian. So now if I run this program, you can see the value. So now it is bold, you can see, and the font face it is Algerian. Okay, right. Yellow YWH yellow. At the background you have yellow, right? So this background area is called have yellow. So like if you see your system, it will change like okay, this background yellow, it is yellow area. Okay, next one, font face is Algerian. Suppose somebody wants to change the background of each and every variable, then still it is possible. So now if you see in class statement, I'm writing multiple class statements. So for my variable employee, I wanted to display a background as magenta, and for week, I wanted to display line. For face, it is cyan, hours Solomon. Like each and every variable you can give. So now if I want to run this program, see after running this program, you'll get different colors for all your variables. See, for employee it has come separate, like for phase it has come separate, for week it has come separate. So for different variables, it will display different values, different colors. All that is you need to mention the same in your class statement. Key label, where it is key label, where it is, I didn't see. Okay,
In
okay,
the same
this one,
program,
okay,
like
okay. This will display a title like this works as title, total hours.
okay.
Total hours, it works like a title. So PCT sum is percentage of hours. Like it
Can we
will
use the
give.
label option? Sir?
Sorry?
Label option. Can we use the label option?
No, no, no. It will not work here. Label option is only for your variable. But in Proc tablet, you have to use key label only.
Okay, okay. Mm,
Okay.
okay. Thank
Right. So next one is proc tabulate. Here key label, table, class, where, okay, title, summary, class level. So employee face. So again it is using for these two. So background as iliac, something like we'll see. So this is also having some different colors. So your face variable values are all having some different color, and employee in different variable different observations are having different colors. Okay. So if you wanted to display different colors, we can use styles as well as class live. Okay. Right. So this is all about your proc tablet. And here are few examples for your practice, like whatever the options we have covered, like no steps missing. So all these things we need to cover. So this is some example for this. So here I have a small real-time report. We'll see this. Okay. So now I have a dataset demo. So if I have multiple observations in single line, how to read that into data SAS? If I have multiple observations in single line, how to read that data in SAS? Everybody forgot SAS. Hmm? The practicing is very well. I understood. Everybody forgot SAS. Hmm? 3 months course. If you are getting 1 month break, everything gone. Hmm? Fine. Right. So now data demo. So if I have multiple observations in single line, I use the concept at the rate double trailing. Okay. So label, I'm using some labels, subject idea, subject number, and all these things. Labels you can do. Okay. Input ID, all these things done. I'm running this data set. My data set is created now. So now I'm taking proc format. If your treatment variable is having value 1, then it is active treatment. If it is value 0, then it is a placebo. Your gender, if it is 1, it is male, 2 female. Same as with your race. Okay, I have created my formats. So proc print and all is not required at this moment. Right. So proc tabulate data equal to demo. Okay. So in my class variables, I'm mentioning the variables treatment, gender, race. Okay. So variable I wanted to perform is age. Okay. Age is a character variable or numeric variable. Obviously, numeric variable. So numeric variable you can perform. What you can perform? You can calculate all your descriptive statistics. Okay. Right. You can calculate all your descriptive statistics. So now for variable age, I wanted to calculate total number of observations which has age. Okay. And I wanted to calculate mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. All these things I wanted to calculate. Okay. Right. So now age is equal to, I wanted to display this parameter as age. Okay. N is equal to n. So mean is equal to mean. So f is equal to 8 means this is the format, like I can show it in 8 characters. The number it can be displayed in 8 characters. So mean is equal to mean, and f is equal to 5.1. 5.1 means I can have 5 characters, out of which one value will be decimal place. I have one decimal place. Okay. Right. So next one, standard deviation. STD is equal to, I wanted to display this parameter as standard deviation, and the same format f is equal to 5.1, minimum, maximum. So up to this it is 1, means all these descriptive statistics will be applied to your variable age. Okay. So next to that I want one more variable. I wanted to calculate descriptive statistics for one more variable. So your variable gender is which data type? Which data type your variable gender is? Variable gender will have only characters, right? So for characters, what you can do? Can you give maximum, minimum, right? You can't give it, right? So we can give only counts and percentages to the max. Okay. What all you will be able to do is you can give counts and percentages, right? So for your gender, n is equal to count, and here I am giving column percentage is equal to your percentage symbol. And for your variable race also you can give only n and percentage, and trt is equal to missing, like you'll get all, and all is equal to overall, so you'll get all these values. Okay. After this I wanted to display trt as trt dot means your format will apply to your variable trt. So now I just want to run this program. So if I run this program, you get descriptive statistics with respect to your variable age, gender, race, white, black, others. Okay. So these footnotes and all you can give you in footnotes. Fine. So this is how I can calculate a descriptive statistics using the procedure Proc tabulate. Okay. You can also calculate mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and all. Right. So any questions from this Proc tabulate? Any questions from this? Fine. So if you are not having any questions, I can stop this. So after this, which topic you wanted to know? Proc format is nothing but very small. You can get it out you can write proc format. What is there? I guess I have proc options, proc import, proc feature, copy contents. The proc format everywhere you'll have in your base as first node I have given, right? In that you'll have, particularly when covering with informats and formats. In that you have user defined formats. That place you will get proc formats. There is no specific proc formats nodes. Okay. What is sort and print you can have? Okay. So like what is the next topic you wanted to hear? Already I think like this is the only one topic which I need to cover, proc tablet olen. So rest of the things I have covered. So you guys are not at all practicing.
Raj,
Yeah, please.
what is the difference between the base search and the advanced search?
So yeah, advanced search here topics like macros will come. Okay.
Okay.
So like you'll be dealing with a database.